Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Here comes the foolishness. Here comes the foolishness. I see we had my boy Real Life Fake Wizard in the chat early talking about Dustborn Sweep. Yes, sir. Dustborn Sweep. If Dustborn and Concord don't get nominated for anything during this, I'm gonna be upset. I am going to be upset. I'm not lying. All right. Somebody might get hurt. Somebody might get hurt. Man. And I hope y'all are ready for this. I really do. This is going to be hilarious. Mm. Mm. Hi, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yo, they're not listen, just pack that up right now, okay? There's not going to be any Wukong. There's not going to be any Stellar Blade. They probably won't even mention those two games, all right? And if they do, I will be genuinely shocked, okay? I will be shocked. Not lying. I will be shocked. If they nominate Wukong or Stellar Blade for Game of the Year, I will be shocked. I think they know they have to mention those games in some capacity, but they probably won't do it. I have no faith. I have no faith at all. I have no faith at all. But speaking of having no faith, I was on YouTube. I was like on the homepage of YouTube on my alt account, and bro, they really do push the fuck out of Moist Critical. Like they push his channel hard. They push his channel so hard. It's not even funny. It's not even funny, man. What predictions do we have? What predictions do we have? Make sure that you like the stream as well. Please like the stream, okay? Like it, share it, sub if you want, and if you don't, I'm gonna send a big Yasuke model to your house, and he's gonna show you what's what. So you better like the stream. Is it lagging? Hope it's not lagging. Yeah, Dustborn will win. Dustborn will. You know what? Dustborn will win. Dustborn will win worst game of the year. Okay, they need a Razzies kind of thing for the Game Awards. All right, I'm look. That's what we should do. Craig, Stuttering Craig, if you're out there, all right, I know you're doing the real Game Awards. You need to have a section for flop of the year. Okay, flop of the year, and then worst game of the year. You need to have that section in your Game Awards. All right, because the people need to know what the worst game is and what game actually flopped. Like, come on, dude. We got Secret Level coming too. Secret Level is coming out. And there's a Concord episode. I can't wait for the Concord episode, man. That's gonna be hilarious. That's gonna be hilarious, the Concord episode. You spent all that money on a Concord episode. And nobody's gonna it's not gonna mean anything. I'm not gonna say nobody's gonna watch it because yeah, they're still gonna watch it. How do I hold on? We're gonna do this in real time. I hope it doesn't show up on the stream. It might, but let's make that a little bigger. Let's make that a little bigger. Okay, there we go. I made it too big. Pause. What's up? We got Sergeant Garatina in the house. What's up, man? What is going on? We're waiting for these nominations. Hold on. Let me send the invite because I don't know if somebody wanted to join. That's the only reason I'm on StreamYards instead of OBS because I usually use OBS. Matter of fact, hold on. What am I doing? Let me throw on the stunner shades. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. My bad. Let me throw on the stunner shades that are kind of dirty. Hold on. Let's throw on the stunner shades real quick. Gotta get into character. Gotta get into character, man. I'm finna start putting my face on the thumbnail doing this or this. I'm finna start doing that since that's the meta. Since that's the meta right now. All right, let me shoot this invite to whoever wants to join. Welcome to anybody. I'm gonna wait till about 5 minutes out. Did I see the first Berserker? Hell yeah, I got it wish listed. I gotta wishlist it. I gotta wishlist it on Steam. Hell yeah, I seen that. I can't wait. I can't wait. That game, Wu Chang, uh, obviously GTA 6. Those are the games I'm looking forward to next year. Oh, and Assassin's Creed Shadows. I can't, dude. I can't wait for Assassin's Creed Shadows, man. I cannot wait. I'm I announced it today in my video. If you haven't watched my video today, you should. It was actually I worked really hard on it, so you should go watch it. And if you don't, I will be upset and I will cry. So you should probably go watch that video. But I will be doing a 24-hour stream when Assassin's Creed Shadows drops. I will be doing a 24-hour stream. A legitimate 24 hours of nothing but playing Assassin's Creed Shadows. So yeah, I hope y'all are ready for that. I might even put on an outfit. You know what I mean? I was thinking about putting on my tank top that I used in the video. I might wear that or hear me out. I might order one of them Amazon outfits like Ubisoft did for their promotional stuff and throw on a samurai outfit to play Shadows. Look, I'm playing it, all right? 24 hours. Now, am I going to buy it? No. I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to buy Shadows. I will I'll do the Ubisoft Plus thing so I get it for about $15 and then, cancel right after so that I have it for the rest of the month. So I have the whole month to beat it. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. 24 hours, that's very difficult to do. I've done 24-hour streams before. I did a 24-hour stream when Starfield dropped, like an idiot. Like an idiot. I was really excited. I was really excited for Starfield. Like I hyped that game up, man. And I did a 24-hour stream on Twitch. It was a good stream. And then like after those first 24 hours, that's really actually after like the first few hours of playing Starfield, you've seen everything. So yeah, that sucked. But I could do a 24-hour stream. I could do a 24-hour stream. Yeah, Shadows sounds it's probably gonna be a big ass game, honestly. It's probably gonna be a big game. If it's anything like their other games, yeah, it's gonna be huge. So let me mute that. I'm ready to see what they're gonna announce, man. I'm ready to see what they're gonna announce. I have a feeling Genshin's gonna get nominated for something. I got a feeling that what's that? Fortnite, obviously. All those games. There's probably gonna be some mobile games in there as well that get nominated for something. It's probably gonna be I don't know, man. They're probably gonna. I just don't think that they're gonna nominate the game. They're gonna nominate. Not at all, bro. And I'm drinking tea right now. I'm drinking moringa tea right now, so that's why I keep sipping. You hear they canceled the Damon Wayne Batman Beyond game? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I did hear that. I did hear that. I heard that a long time ago. A long time ago, like years ago. They were working on a sequel game to Arkham Knight, and it was about Damon Wayne, but they scrapped that for Suicide Squad, which is stupid, which is really dumb. Which just goes to show you that the people making decisions over there at Rocksteady have no idea. Have no idea. Also, in order to do a 24-hour stream, you have to upgrade your StreamYard account too. No, I don't because I will be doing it through OBS. I will be doing it through OBS. Yeah, I'm not doing it through StreamYard. I'm only on StreamYard right now because I want to invite some people on that might show up, that might not show up. Matter of fact, make sure that I send the link right now. Maybe we'll post this on Twitter. Oh, that's why. Because I switched things. Can't spell awards. nominations. Get in here for Yasuke will beat versus probably have to come down for it, right? That would probably make sense. My voice is kind of echoey, bro. It's StreamYards, man. It's StreamYards. I stream through OBS, so that's why my voice usually sounds more crisp. Like, what's it sound like? Does it sound really bad? Does it sound really bad? Like, is it really echoey where you can actually hear it? The sound is fading in and out. Yo, I hate you. So when we do New Black Street, it doesn't sound like that, right? It sounds good. When we do New Black Street, oh my god. I didn't even know that okay. When we do New Black Street, does it fade in and out like that? Because when I look back on recordings, like flipping up clips, flipping out videos, maybe it's because of where my head was at. Oh, so it's peaking. That's what you mean. It's peaking. Okay, okay. I get it. Yeah, man, that's stream noise, bro. This fucking website. I should have did it on OBS, but me, I want to be like, hey, I know some people might want to stream. Let me get on StreamYard. Something is canceling out the sound. I don't know. How's that sound? Is that better? Is that better? First of all, let's turn that down. We're gonna have to ride with this. Pause. We're gonna have to ride it out. It's so dumb, man. This is why I don't use StreamYards. Only for New Black Street. And then when we find something better for New Black Street, we're gonna stop using StreamYards. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's probably where my head was at because I was typing and my head was down. So that's probably what it was. That's probably what it was. So I'm over here blaming StreamYards for no reason. Let me see. Let me see if what's his name is getting in here. I still need to watch Dune Prophecy. Is it any good? Is Dune Prophecy any good? Have any of you guys watched it? Because I've been avoiding spoilers and discussion about it, so I have no idea. Yeah, StreamYards is still gay. All right, we got a minute and 30 to see if Jeff Keighley really is stupid. Dude, I haven't even. All right, don't take my nerd card, but I haven't watched Arcane. I just haven't had the time or felt like I needed to for real. I should probably watch it. I should probably watch Arcane. Yo, Master Swag in the building. Oh, we got somebody else in the back over here. We got everybody's favorite rotund individual.
Well, this is an odd way of doing things. Hello, Kaida. How are you doing?
What's up? Look, we got Roger Ryan Athay over here.
Ryan Roger.
Mr. fucking reality base.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Fedora head.
Yeah. I wish I could have fought in a fedora, but I have to settle with this hat. Hopefully, we'll have a good look through the Game Awards nominations, and fingers crossed, Dustborn and Concord aren't on the list.
I hope they are. Oh, and the light goal. Okay, if the stream doesn't get at least If we don't get at least 20 likes by the end of the stream, there will be a big Shirley by the end of the stream. So
Oh dear.
let's get that up there. Let's get that up there. Oh, we're starting. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see what happens. Hold on, let me turn it up. Let me turn it up a little bit. Watch. It's probably, oh man. I just know it's gonna be something stupid.
Now, is it just me, or can I not hear Jeff Keighley? Usually, I don't
Nope.
want to hear him, but
There it is. I had to
I
had to mute it. I don't use StreamYards, bro.
Anniversary
I don't
Let me
blame
know
you.
if it's,
Game Awards.
let me know if
Hey
it's too
everybody,
loud
I'm
or
Jeff
too low.
Keighley, and welcome to the TGA Global Nomination.
Up, turn it
Announcement
up. All
Special.
right.
Today, it is my distinct honor to reveal this
All right, there
year's
we go.
nominees, recognizing talented game developers from studios big and small around the world. And you can help select the winners by voting right now at thegameawards.com. All right, you've waited long enough, so let's do it. Here are the nominees for the Game Awards 2024. For Best Ongoing Game, the nominees are Destiny 2, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Helldivers 2. Your Best Performance nominees are Brianna White for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth,
Final Fantasy is
Hannah
going to
Tell
get
for
so
Life
many
is Strange Double
nominations.
Exposure, Umberly Gonzalez for Star Wars Outlaws,
Excuse me?
Luke Roberts, Silent Hill 2, and Melina Jurgens, Senua's Saga,
Best
Hellblade 2.
performance? You
For
nominated
Best
her?
Mobile Game, the nominees are
Hold on.
AFK Journey, Balatro, Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, Wuthering Waves, and Zenless Zone Zero.
No, bro, no
The nominees
way, dude.
for Best
No
Art
way.
Direction are
Oh.
Astrobot,
Okay.
Black Myth Wukong,
Oh, wow.
Elden Ring Shadow
They
of the
nominated
Erdtree,
Black Myth Wukong
Metaphor
for
Re
something.
Fantasio, and Neva.
Hmm.
For Best Score
Never
and
heard of
Music,
it.
this year's nominees are Astrobot,
Yeah.
Final
Astrobot.
Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor Re Fantasio, Silent Hill 2, and Stellar Blade.
Wow,
In the
they actually
category of
nominated
Best
Stellar
Audio
Blade for
Design,
something.
these games are nominated.
For minor
Astrobot.
things, though.
Call of
Mhm.
Duty Black Ops 6,
Oh, get the
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth,
best audio
Senua's
design.
Saga,
Black
Hellblade
Ops
2,
6.
and Silent Hill 2.
No
Best
way.
Adaptation recognizes excellence in authentically creating shows, movies, and other creative endeavors based on video game worlds. Here are this year's
My
nominees.
audio is so
for Best
bad. Yo,
Adaptation.
it's StreamYards, man.
Arcane, Fallout, Knuckles, Like a Dragon Yakuza, and Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft. For Best Narrative in a Game, the TGA nominees are Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon Infinite
No
Wealth,
way, bro.
Metaphor Re Fantasio, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2.
Why is Senua's
Games for
Saga
Impact
getting so many
celebrates
nominations?
thought-provoking
That game
games
is
with a
boring.
profound pro-social meaning or message. Here are this year's nominees. Closer the Distance, Indica,
Life is Strange.
Neva, Life is Strange
Told
Double
you.
Exposure, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2,
Where's
and
Dustborn?
Tales of Kenzera.
Fuck
The
off!
nominees
Oh,
for Best
please.
Community
The
Support
spear
are
chucker game is in
Baldur's
this.
Gate 3, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky. In the
Oh.
category of Best Multiplayer, the nominees are Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Tekken 8, and Warhammer 40,000.
Wow,
Space
they
Marine 2.
nominated Warhammer.
Best Independent Game celebrates games with a high degree of risk tolerance, as they are
Uh-oh.
produced
This guy, he's
outside of
trying
the
so hard
traditional
not to get
publisher
canceled.
system. The nominees are
Uh-oh.
Animal Well, Balatro, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Neva, and UFO 50.
What the
Oh,
hell
Next
is
is
Neva?
Best Debut Indie Game, which
It's an indie
recognizes
game.
a development team that
I
hasn't won
thought
a game award before.
Dustborn was
In
going to
fact,
be
these
there.
teams published
did
their
too.
first game in 2024. The nominees are Animal Well,
Of course,
Balatro.
Animal Will.
Manor Lords,
Manor
Pacific
Lords.
Drive,
Hey, okay.
and The Plucky Squire.
I like Manor
For
Lords.
Best VR
Hmm.
AR game, the nominees are Arizona Sunshine Remake,
I don't care
Asgard's
about
Wrath 2,
at all.
Batman Arkham Shadow, Metal Hellsinger VR, and Metro Awakening. For Content Creator of the Year, the nominees are Queso,
Oh,
Illawan, Techno Gamers,
Hmm.
Typical Gamer, and Usada Pecora. Part of the
Queso
Game
for the
Awards
win
is looking
there.
forward to what's
Yeah,
next.
it has to be
and
Fat
yes,
Man.
we'll have lots of games to announce on December 12th.
It
But
has to
what's
be
the
Fat
most
Man.
anticipated upcoming game? Here are the nominees based on currently announced titles. Death Stranding 2, On the
Watch
Beach,
him not.
Ghost of Yote, Grand Theft
Okay.
Auto
They
6,
mentioned Grand Theft Auto
Metroid
6.
Prime 4 Beyond, and Monster Hunter Wilds.
I'm so glad
The
they
best
didn't put
action
Assassin's Creed
adventure
Shadows on
nominees
there.
are Astrobot, Prince of
Okay, here we
Persia: The
go.
Lost Crown, Silent Hill 2, Star Wars Outlaws, and The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom.
2 Ubisoft
Best
games.
role-playing,
Oh,
jury
oh.
selected, Dragon's Dogma 2,
Okay.
Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erd Tree,
Okay.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth,
I got my.
Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth, and Metaphor ReFantazio. In the category of Best
I got my
Fighting,
reservations
nominees
about
are
nominating Elden Ring
Dragon
again.
Ball Sparking Zero, Grand
Mhm.
Blue Fantasy Versus Rising, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics, Multiversus, and Tekken 8. The
Probably gonna be
nominees for
Sparking
Best
Zero.
Action are Black Myth Wukong, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2,
Mm.
Stellar Blade, and
Wow.
Warhammer 40,000 Space
Wow.
Marine 2. Innovation in accessibility
I can't believe it.
celebrates games that are making our
key is
industry
game of the
available
year,
and
though.
enjoyable to
These
more
are like
people.
True.
other
Selected by a
things.
special committee of accessibility
Oh.
experts. The nominees for innovation in accessibility
Oh.
are Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Diablo 4, Dragon Age: The Veilguard,
Fuck off.
Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, and
Fuck off.
Star Wars Outlaws.
Fuck
I
off
was-
again.
Next
I was
up,
just about to
Best
say
Family
Frostbang
Game.
is right. They were
Nominees
throwing
are
Dragon Age under the bus. for real.
Astrobot, Princess Peach
Yo, get this
Showtime,
guy out of here, bro.
Super Mario Party Jamboree, The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom,
I
and
sure do.
The Plucky Squire. The Best Sim Strategy nominees are
Waiting in the building.
Age of Mythology Retold,
Don't really care about this.
Frostpunk 2,
But I heard Frostpunk 2 was
Kumitsugami,
good.
Path of the Goddess, Manor Lords, and
Manor Lords.
Unicorn Overlord. This year, these titles are nominated for Best Sports Racing.
They-
F1
Oh, it's
24,
racing. Okay.
EA
I thought I
Sports
said just
FC
sports.
25, NBA 2K25, Top Spin 2K25, and WWE 2K24. All right, let's take a look at our 3 esports categories, starting with Best Esports Game. The nominees are
Yeah.
Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, Mobile Legends Bang Bang, and Valorant.
What the fuck?
The nominees for Best Esports Athlete are 3-3, Alexi B,
Who are these niggas?
Chuvi, Faker, Zywoo, and Kong Kong. And for the
None
Best
of them are
Esports
fat.
team, our special esports committee nominated these teams:
Best
Billy
esports
Billy
team.
Gaming, League of Legends,
Mhm.
Gen G, League of Legends,
It's a bunch of Asians.
Navi, Counter-Strike, T1, League of Legends,
It's a lot
and
of Asians.
Team Liquid, Dota 2. All right, it's time for our final 2 categories.
Okay,
no.
let's
The
see.
Best Game
Here
Direction,
it is.
which recognizes outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. The nominees are Astrobot,
Uh-huh.
Balatro, Black Myth Wukong,
Mm.
Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erd Tree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor
Mhm.
ReFantazio.
Wow.
And finally, our global TGA jury, of which I am not a member, has selected the following 6 games as nominees for
All right,
Game
here
of
it
the
is.
Year at the Game Awards
Moment of truth.
2024. The Game of the Year nominees are
Astrobot.
Astrobot from
Mhm.
Team Asobi, Balatro from Local Thunk, Black Myth Wukong by Game Science, Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erd Tree by From Software, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth from Square Enix, and Metaphor ReFantazio from Studio Zero.
Wow.
So there you have it. Those are your nominees for Game of the Year. And yes, that means you'll hear the Game Awards Orchestra, conducted by Lauren Balfe, play their themes live on this very stage on December 12th. But before then, you should head to thegameawards.com to help select the winners by casting your ballot in all categories. Also, stay tuned for the announcement of our Player's Voice category, where fans 100% select the winner from 30 nominees. We'll announce those nominees on Monday, December 2nd. The winners in all categories will be revealed live during the Game Awards when it streams globally on Thursday, December 12th, starting with the opening act at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 p.m. Pacific, 12:30 GMT at thegameawards.com. Our team cannot wait to share our 10th anniversary show with you. I hope to see you then. And don't forget to cast your votes.
Wow. I can't believe it.
Could
We
have
were
gone.
wrong.
Yeah, it could have gotten a lot worse, but you could make the argument, ladies and gentlemen, that a lot of discourse in recent months led to changes in that lineup, because we were hearing it all over the place that Veilguard was getting pushed to the moon, and then it was suddenly thrown under the bus. It was great to see Astrobot getting a lot of
I
recognition.
knew Astrobot would get nominated for a lot of stuff, but I can't believe that they completely threw Dragon Age under the bus. Like, they didn't nominate that game for anything. That means either A, this guy has literally been listening to all the feedback online.
I think he got referenced once in one of their
for accessibility.
You
know, because you're able to make your demonic looking nasty characters in that video game. So I guess that was it. But these are the nominees. We got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree. We're gonna touch on that one. Astrobot, Metaphor ReFantazio, Black Myth Wukong, and Balatro. I don't even know what Balatro is.
Likewise, of course, the elephant in the room is that a DLC shouldn't be a Game of the Year candidate.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Because what in the hell? Yes, it's pretty clear that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is going to win. Either that or Astrobot is going to win. What is that sound? Oh shit! I still had YouTube up. I'm like, why is there a sound? Yeah, most likely Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will win. Either that or Astrobot. They're not going to let Black Myth Wukong win. There's no way they won't let that win. They had to nominate it, because if they didn't, they would have got roasted to oblivion. But Shadow of the Erdtree, I don't think that should be a nominee for a Game of the Year. I really don't. I don't. It's the exact same game.
Yeah, it's literally a DLC. It just goes to show how much has shifted in the game space, where 20 years ago, I dare say, DLC wasn't even a thing in gaming. The first indication of it I can remember was in Elder Scrolls Oblivion, with that horse with the golden armor.
Yeah.
But for it to be the case now that a DLC for a very successful game, but a DLC nonetheless, is being considered for Game of the Year, I think showcases almost, not all, but almost everything wrong with the games industry. As for Final Fantasy, can't spell or speak today, blooper. As for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, it's a stunning game to look at visually, but like the last Final Fantasy VII, because they split it into 3 parts. It's very odd. It's deviating from the original story. At least that's what I've heard. So
that's what I've heard from everything that I've seen, because I've watched gameplay of it. Like, I've watched the little cutscene movie-ish thing of the game. So it looks pretty good. I mean, I could see why it would be a Game of the Year contender. But from what I've heard, they've changed the story, and this is what I was talking to Leon about yesterday. I feel like in that department, it should just be a completely different game at that point. It feels like it's not even Final Fantasy VII, you know. So, but I don't think that Shadow of the Erdtree should be up there, dude. Like, granted, I played it. Shadow of the Erdtree is fantastic. Okay, it's so good. It's so good, but it's still Elden Ring at the end of the day. Elden Ring has already won Game of the Year. Okay, this is not a brand new game. It's an expansion to an existing game. So it shouldn't be nominated for Game of the Year. That's where's
DLC Game of the Year? I mean, surely a great example of how far gaming has gone and developed, for better or for worse, is to have a nomination area for the best DLCs of the year. So
Yeah, I agree.
instead of ham-fisting this into Game of the Year when it's not technically its own game in its own right, have a separate section for the best and brightest DLCs.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that
Hmm.
that would just make more sense instead of putting a DLC as game of the year. Like at that point, where's Phantom Liberty from Cyberpunk? Because that was also an expansion and it was really good. Why wasn't that
Mhm.
nominated for game of the year last year? You know, so it starts to blur the lines of what can and what cannot be nominated.
Oh yeah, there are plenty of games here that are very good in their own right. The only one I've outright not heard of is Balatro, or however you.
Balatro, I have
Yeah,
no idea what that game. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me go to YouTube right now.
well,
I've never heard of that game until today.
well, certain games can do very well, but not hit the mainstream consciousness. And if you look at these six, the lineup of six, there are plenty of other games that could easily be Game of the Year nominees. A great example would be Stellar Blade. Another great example would be Warhammer 40K,
Yeah,
Space Marine 2, to name but a few. So it could have easily been 8 to 10. Maybe they do 6 as like a standard so the votes don't get split too much. But as we saw in the showcase, there are plenty of lineups, plenty of categories, rather. Uh, they call the movie one the Oscars, Kaida, one
yeah,
of those.
yeah. The
Why doesn't
Oscars.
Jeff? Why doesn't Jeff Keighley just call his game awards the Keighley's?
Yeah, Atreus was right on that one. It should just be
Hmm.
called the Keeleys
Hmm.
since he thinks he's so fucking important. Yo, we got a 2 from Master Swag saying Spider-Man 2 PS5 should win. You're gonna get banned from the chat forever saying that, okay? Because that game is utter dog shit. Listen, I played Spider-Man 2. It took me a day and a half to beat it. All right.
Wow.
It didn't even take me the entire weekend to beat it. I started playing on Friday and I was done by Saturday night. Okay. And I 100% at the game. Platinum, 100%, every
Ooh.
trophy. Okay. Just playing the game. And it's not Spider-Man 2017. Spider-Man 2017 is the greatest Spider-Man game ever. And until then, it was Spider-Man 2 for the OG Xbox and PS2. But yeah, Spider-Man 2 PS5 is a lackluster game. It's pretty. That should be a DLC. Honestly, that's what it felt like. It felt like a DLC. Didn't feel like a brand new game. You know,
It's a great example, Kaida, of the first project doing so well that it was supposed to be standalone, and the people behind the scenes, the money men, are like, yeah, push another
Yeah.
project. Yeah, the Miles Morales project, push that, because that was also another game that should have been a
Yeah.
DLC, and then
That
push
felt-
this second project as well. We need the money.
The Miles Morales game was actually pretty fun because
Hmm.
they changed the entire movement of swinging and combat. He was an entirely different character and stuff. So that was fine. But then when you get the Spider-Man 2, it's short and mid. Short and mid.
Like
That's
Tom
all
Holland.
it is. Yeah, like Tom Holland. And Hypnotic is right. If Balatro wins game of the year, that would be retarded because I'm looking at the gameplay. It's a fucking poker game.
Really?
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? That's video games, okay? That's video games. Video games are, different kind of things. I'm completely fine with that, but game of the year?
It would be like seeing Tetris, because there was like a Tetris game, like a modern Tetris game released a few years back. Looked fantastic, but it was
Tetris
essentially
is-
but it was essentially just the same old Tetris game with a lot of sparkling visuals, for lack of a better term. It would be like seeing Tetris on a Game of the Year
Yeah.
nominee list. So
Yeah.
that's very strange.
We got a 5 from Seen and Heard. Thank you for the 5. He says No Man's Sky is DLC of every year until it dies because they're always free. Yeah, they've improved the hell out of No Man's Sky from what it was. And every DLC just expands upon that game. So yeah, they should, bro. If that doesn't win something, it should win the best ongoing game over Fortnite. in my opinion, because it's a better ongoing game. But it's Fortnite, and everybody plays Fortnite, so it will probably win.
It's an
It will probably
absolute
win.
behemoth. I mean, for better or for worse, Fortnite has changed the face of gaming and turned Epic from a game studio to the number 2 in PC gaming. Oh God.
I don't even want to touch on that. Look, okay, we got the best video game adaptation nominees. This is where I laughed because they nominated Tomb Raider: Legend of Lara Croft, and they nominated Like a Dragon: Yakuza. Both of those shows suck. So I don't. Those are not good representations of video games. And Fallout, okay, Fallout is it's serviceable. I'm not going to say it's a good show. Fallout is, it's entertaining. Okay. It's entertaining to me. I enjoyed it, but I can see the flaws and I can see why people wouldn't like it. I watched like one episode of Knuckles and checked out because I was like, it doesn't feel like a show about Knuckles. It felt like they were going to get into the human aspect of the people around Knuckles. And I'm like, I don't care for that. I'm here to watch my boy Knuckles knuckle drive something, so I don't even want to see that. And as I mentioned earlier in the stream, I don't care. Don't call me fake gamer. I still haven't watched Arcane. I
don't blame you, because when you look at video game adaptations from gaming to, say, television or movies, it's very hard to get it right, which is why for the longest time many projects fail. I mean, the great example that sticks in my mind is the Doom project, when they turned that into a film, and it was a complete flop.
Hey, I am a Doom apologist, okay? I like Doom 2005. I know it's not a good movie. It's a trash movie. It's a terrible Doom adaptation, but I like Doom 2005. I will stand on that, okay? I love the film. All right. I like it when The Rock is throwing out one-liners and being mean to everybody. And I enjoy that film, but it is a shit film.
Oh, yeah. Do you stand by that on your feet?
I stand on all 10 toes on the Doom movie. I like that film.
Okay? Why is it every project The Rock is connected to somehow fails?
It makes money, but they're never like actual good films. I don't get it. But yeah, I'm gonna watch Arcane. I'll watch it. I mean, I've heard nothing but great things about it. I'll watch it eventually, when I get around to it. I just feel like if I watch it, I have to sit down and then like watch the entire thing. So we'll see. I'm not a big binge guy. I don't like binging. Like, I like the week to week because I like to see the excitement and the anticipation and the theories and stuff like that. I'm not a big like, hey, let's watch it all right now and then forget about it the next day. I can't. I don't like it. Like, and then when you have that, like the binge model, when that happens, people completely forget about it unless it's a standout thing like Fallout or like Stranger Things or something like that. If it doesn't have that good like that good like draw, people completely forget about it and the talk is done for it and you don't get more excitement. Like the Penguin, if they had dropped the Penguin all at once, it still would be a great show, but it wouldn't have had that level of excitement that it had the week to week episodes. Like I'm not a big binge model guy. So
I agree, absolutely. I mean, it's like these companies are acting like content creators, folks. They take all of their projects that take a long time to make, and then they just dump them for people to just blitz through and then move on. When corporations act like content creators, the only thing worse than that is content creators acting like corporations. Okay, I mean, from my perspective, looking at this list, you've got 5 shows on here. One definitely deserves to not be on, and that's the Tomb Raider Netflix show. Complete disaster. I have mixed feelings on the Fallout show because on one hand, it's a visually good show. On the other hand, it's made by Amazon. And if I had a third hand, I would also point out that it had a mixed reception. I haven't seen Arcane. I haven't seen Like a Dragon, but in regards to Knuckles, what I liked about that show is the transition, for lack of a better term, from the Sonic movie style to Knuckles as a TV show, and there was barely any difference from a visual perspective. And I think that's the best aspect of a streaming show. You get the movie visuals with the TV consistency. That's the ideal situation, but it seems to be the worst of both worlds when it comes to most streaming shows between TV and movies.
You got to get it right. And you know what? I'm just glad that the Halo show isn't nominated on here, because I would have tracked down Jeff Keighley myself, because that show is an abomination, an affront to man. Let me see. See, look, this is why we go to Culture Crave. This is why we go to Culture Crave, because I'm pretty sure they got it all on there already. Let me see. I can't have y'all looking at my search.
Kaida's looking in. Kaida's in the clouds, folks. We're up high in the sky, having a fun time.
Oh wow, they don't have it up here. Come on.
Oh dear.
What are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? We need the list. I don't want to go to the actual game awards. All right.
Let me cosplay as the sun.
Golly, don't do that. That's a lot of whiteness.
Aha.
That is a lot of whiteness. I can't believe it. Okay, here we go. We got it here. Okay. I can't believe it that they nominated Black Myth Wukong for best art direction. It has really good direction in its style of the world and everything like that. So I can't believe that. Best game direction, again, Black Myth Wukong, Astrobot, obviously, Metaphor ReFantazio, Final Fantasy, and there we go, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, which, again, I get it. It's really good, but I don't think that it should be nominated. I just don't. It's a DLC. I don't think that it should be nominated at all. I mean, it should be in its own category of DLC, like you said. That would make sense. It would sweep all of those. And I feel like putting Shadow of the Erdtree up here, like it if it wins above any of these other games, people are going to be upset, because Elden Ring has already won Game of the Year, and the game is 2 years old. So I don't think that it should be up there, dude.
It's the foot in the door, Kaida. It's to see if they can get away with it or not. And if the Game Awards gets away with putting a DLC on not just Game of the Year lineup, but also on other lineups as well, if they can get away with that, they'll do that with other projects as well. And you could see this kind of, not innovation, encouragement for game studios. Don't release new games. Just release very big DLCs. And if they're done well, if they're done right, you could become Game of the Year, like year after year, as like a concept.
Yeah, maybe people will start doing that. But yes, how is a poker game nominated for art direction? I will have to watch. Man, I'm gonna have to watch the gameplay of that game, because
5 nominations.
I get it. Yeah, 5 nominations for Balatro and Silent Hill 2, 4 nominations for Black Myth Wukong, Shadow of the Erdtree, Call of Duty Black Ops 6. As somebody who's been playing Black Ops 6, fuck you, Jeff Keighley. All right, that's how I feel. Helldivers 2, Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2. I can't believe that's nominated for anything other than performance, and probably like video capture or something, because graphically it looks great. But other than that, that game is just complete dog shit, dude.
We just have shit. Well, if you look at the nominations here, I mean, Astrobot, PlayStation, Sony. Look at Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Square Enix. I don't know who's responsible for Metaphor or Balatro. With Silent Hill 2, I know Konami is the publisher, but they weren't the ones who developed it. That was Bloober Team. I call them Blooper Team, though, because, the errors. Black Myth Wukong, of course, Game Science. Elden Ring, that's from Software. Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, that's Activision / Blizzard / King / Microsoft. Helldivers 2, I think that was a third party, but Sony has the publishing rights to it. And with Senua's Saga, I think that's a Microsoft property, because I saw Senua's Sacrifice on Game Pass once. So I just put 2 and 2. together. So look at these games, folks. Look at who is behind these games, because getting Game of the Year or getting lots of nominations for Game of the Year, especially from the Game Awards, you get something from that as a company. So you're willing to give a little to get a little, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah. It's definitely who you know and who you blow kind of thing over there. Could have easily removed Elden Ring for Helldivers 2 for Game of the Year. That or Stellar Blade. Yeah, I agree. I don't think that it should be nominated for Game of the Year at all. That doesn't make any sense to me. It's a DLC. It's an expansion. That's so stupid. But they do have.
Well, I was just going to say better that than Star Wars Outlaws.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that stupid shit in a minute, dude, because that just absolutely blew me.
What was that? Twice or 3 times?
It was twice. It was twice. But best action nominee, they got Black Myth Wukong. We got Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, and Warhammer Space Marine 2. And then when you look at this list, it's like, okay, that's a pretty good list. That's a pretty good list. I can't believe it. I can't believe that Jeff is actually listening to people. Now, when any of these games win, like when Black Myth Wukong wins, obviously, are you going to give them time to speak? Or are you going to tell them to wrap it up quickly so they can get off the stage? We'll see. Best action adventure nominees. Okay, this is where I lost my mind. Astrobot, obviously. Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. I don't think so, but okay.
It was a good mid-tier. It was a good mid-tier game. That's all I'll say.
Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. And here's the big one, the elephant in the room, or the Jabba in the room, if you want to say. Star Wars Outlaws, nominated for Best Action Adventure Game.
It's criminal.
How do I say this in a PG way? You're stupid. That game sucks. Okay, that game shouldn't be nominated for anything other than a Razzie. All right, that game is not fun. It's not optimized. The action sucks. Okay, the gameplay is terrible. The gunplay is the worst part of the video game. All right, everything about Star Wars Outlaws is bad. There is no redeeming qualities to that video game at all. And the fact that it is nominated for Best Action Adventure Game, granted, we know it's not going to win. It's going to be Astrobot. But the fact that you even nominated it in the first place, what are you doing?
Well, from an analytical point of view, of course, you've got 2 Ubisoft games in that lineup. Technically a Konami game, but they're just a gambling company now. Of course, Zelda, that's Nintendo, obviously. And Astrobot is a Sony PlayStation project. So Ubisoft have got 2 out of the 5. So on a balance of probabilities, they are most likely to win in this category, but you never know. Let's not forget, folks, Astrobot is in like 7 different categories.
I seriously doubt it, bro. I seriously doubt that Star Wars Outlaws or Prince of Persia wins this category. And if they do it's, bro.
Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown is, I think, a side scroller. It's just like a 2.5D project. I mean, it's a perfectly fine project, but that's why I called it a good mid-tier game. Star Wars Outlaws does not deserve to be on this list. I'd say I'd give this to the Zelda game personally.
You think so?
I think
Astrobot will win.
Well, especially and I think that was the main support from why I think Zelda is going to prevail, because Astrobot is in like 7 different categories, so it has the most chance of getting the most rewards because it's in the most categories. But I think we didn't see many Nintendo titles, at least from what I saw in Game of the Year.
They had the Jamboree one. The party game, yeah. So maybe.
You never know.
How many awards will Assassin's Creed get next year? You know what? That's a good question, because I would say none, but Star Wars Outlaws has been nominated for some stuff, and that game is utter dog shit. And I can't say that it will be a lot, because Dragon Age the Veilguard didn't get nominated for basically anything besides accessibility. So I mean, that was the major surprise to me. The fact that Dragon Age of Veilguard isn't on any of these lists except for accessibility. Like, let me see. Best RPG.
Sure.
Look, it's not in the
in
best RPG option. You know, Dragons. I'm glad Dragon's Dogma 2 was on there because that's a fun game.
It was not. It wasn't in action adventure either. But I think Quentin is assuming Shadows, Assassin's Creed Shadows, is even coming out next year, folks. I mean, we've already seen a delay. We might get another delay from February to August, which would be insane if they released Shadows in August and September, because that's right around the time that Japan surrendered to America in World War II, and it will be 2025. It'll be the 80th anniversary. So if they delay the game to August or September, around that figure, mid-August to mid-September, that would have been the worst time possible to release that project.
You know what that sounds like? It sounds like you want them to release it during that time just so you can say that in a video. They're releasing it around the same time Japan surrendered in World War II. Oh my God, it's so disrespectful.
Exactly. It's not the first time I've said this, and I do hope, because every time with Assassin's Creed Shadows, they've had the opportunity to make a mistake. They've made a mistake, especially in regards to public relations with Japan. Please delay it to August or September. Please, Ubisoft.
I don't want them to, dude. I am ready to griff off that video game. And if y'all haven't heard, I announced it earlier today in my video. But when Assassin's Creed Shadows releases, I will be doing a 24-hour stream. I will be playing the game for 24 hours, and we will be playing Assassin's Creed Shadows and just seeing how truly awful that game will be. But the best multiplayer nominees, we got Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Warhammer Space Marine 2, Super Mario Party Jamboree, and Tekken 8. These are some good these are good games for this list. Obviously, it's either going to be Helldivers 2 or it's going to be Warhammer. I'm voting for Helldivers 2 because that is a really fun game, and they kind of messed it up with all the nerfing and stuff and the localization stuff when you can't play it in certain regions. Well, the region lock stuff, we're buying it with the PSNs on Steam and stuff. So that really like derailed the video game, but overall it's still a fantastic game. It still has over like 30 to 40,000 people every day playing it on Steam. So it has good numbers still. But yeah, I think it'll be Helldivers 2 or Space Marine 2. Space Marines 2 multiplayer. If you ever played Gears back in the day, that's exactly what it is. It's like Gears, and that shit is fun. I love Gears of War. So Dragon Age deserves all the awards just because of Bubba Scump. Look, Bubba Scump is dead. All right.
Oh, dear.
He, she, they, them is gone. All right. I've deleted Dragon Age of Veilguard off of my PC. All right. I had canceled my EA Play right after I bought it. So yes, I didn't buy the game. All right. I actually had a code, a redeemable code for EA Play. So I didn't even pay for the video game at all.
Well, I heard on New Blackstreet, Kaider, that on Space Marine 2, Atreus enjoyed getting destroyed while playing that
Yes.
game. So I think he'd nominate Space Marine 2 for that particular thing.
I can't believe he said, bro. He's always saying some such shit, man. But this is another nomination thing that really blew my mind. So we got the best performance nominees right here, right?
They're all
And then
women.
The nominees for best
Are
performance.
they all women?
Almost. Yana, I think they are all women.
Yeah, they're all women.
Hold
For
on.
best performance are Brianna White,
Woman.
Hannah Tell,
Woman.
Umberly Gonzalez,
Woman.
Luke Roberts, and
Oh,
Melina Jurgens.
they spelled his name wrong. They spelled it. It says like Roberts there. That's why I thought, is that a woman's name?
Oh, it does say like Robert.
Because I actually know a woman whose name is like.
I do too.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. No, they did spell his name wrong. They have like Roberts right here.
Hey, the
Damn, Jeff.
the lady or homosexual who typed that must really like Luke Roberts.
Oh, well, at
Oh,
least there's
dear.
one man that got nominated.
Mm.
But let me see this right here. This right here, dude. Listen. Let me full screen it. Listen. She's a very gorgeous woman. Okay. Her voice acting in that video game is the equivalent of putting a plank against a wall and scraping it. Okay. It's not good. It's not good. It's not interesting. It doesn't pull you in. You don't feel anything from her performance at all. I would say where is she? Her performance in Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 will probably win because it's really good. You could see that she's acting. Fucking Humberly Gonzalez is just in there phoning it in for a paycheck, dude.
It's not even her though. I mean, when you see this picture and you see the character, it's not the same person, folks.
Exactly. And then we got Life is Strange. Obviously, Life is Strange has to get nominated for something because there's your representation right there. They can't do Dragon Age because the game is just not good enough. So they have to do Life is Strange, double exposure. Final Fantasy, of course, she probably will get she had to get nominated. I don't think she'll win. I think it'll be Melania Jurgens. Is that what it is? Yeah. It'll probably be her. She'll probably win it. Honestly, she will probably win it. And then we have best mobile game. We don't really wait. Wait, the game of the year nominee is on the mobile game list. Balatro. Whoa. Hold on a second. We got a 20. Is that Aussie? Is that Aussie money?
Yes.
We got a 20.
I wasn't lamenting that. I was lamenting the mobile game. Okay, folks, that's coincidental. Right. More money, Brian, please. More donations.
He doesn't like your donation, bro. Black Myth should easily win Game of the Year. I didn't play it as it's not my type of game, but I could see that it took the gaming community by storm. Keep up the good work, fellas. Hey, no, thank you for the 20. I don't have any of the little like clips to thank people for giving me money, but let me see. I have something funny. All right, hold on. We'll play this. Oh no, this works. Damn! That works. That'll work for it.
Plenty of people have like special sounds or special visuals rather. For me, I just dance or just say thank you for your donation. I even have a nice whiteboard thing that I drew. There you go.
Thank you for your donation. Yes. Yeah. So that I don't think so back to your super chat. I don't think it should easily win Game of the Year because Final Fantasy is also good. Astrobot is fantastic. And from what I've seen from Metaphor ReFantazio, that's also a good game. So I don't think that it could easily win, but it definitely should have been nominated. And I'm glad that they nominated it because if it wasn't up there, it would have been an uproar. The fact that he knew that he couldn't like ignore Black Myth and Stellar Blade. He knew he couldn't do. There's no way.
Absolutely. And what makes a game of the year? For me, it's a mix of two things. I mean, financial success, which is usually sales, and how well a game is received by the audience as a first priority and by critics as a second priority. And to me, ladies and gentlemen, considering we live in a financially based world, whether we like it or not, what matters the most is profitability as the first priority. So the most financially successful game and the most well-received game among the audience and then critics, that should be the priority. And when you take that into consideration, Black Myth Wukong is very high up on that list.
Yeah.
Although most of the people who bought the game were based in Red China, it was still a lot of people worldwide.
Yeah. But I think for me, the most important part of Game of the Year is gameplay. Like what game actually plays the best. And that's why I'm upset that Shadow of the Erdtree is on there. Because out of all the games on that list, I feel like that plays the best to me. So it's like, I don't know why you would put that on the list. And that's something he's definitely going to have to change that. He's
Why
definitely
isn't-
going to have to do it.
Well, why isn't it in best? Why isn't Elden Ring then on best ongoing game?
Yeah, it
'Cause you-
should. That's what I was about to say. It should be up here for best ongoing game if you're going to nominate it for Game of the Year because of a DLC.
Hmm.
You know, Final Fantasy. What number is it? 16?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. Roman
No,
numbers.
14. 14.
Okay. Yeah.
14.
The Diablo 4 for best ongoing game.
No,
Are you
God
smoking
no.
crack?
How much did Activision Blizzard pay you?
You know what I'm saying? Diablo 4 for best ongoing game.
That's only
Are
because
you
Elon
dumb?
Musk plays the game. He plays it on
Probably.
X. Yes.
But I get in
Crazy.
Destiny 2, I'm not even gonna touch on that. You're stupid. Destiny 2 is not a good game. Destiny 2, where is No Man's Sky? Yes, seen and heard. Where is No Man's Sky?
Mhm.
No Man's Sky should be up there. Okay, it should definitely be up there, and it would be in the running with Helldivers 2 and Fortnite. Because out of this entire list, these two, and I've heard this game is fun as well, but
Mhm.
these two are the most likely to win, Fortnite or Helldivers 2. You know, and where's No Man's Sky? It should be on there. Destiny 2, fuck Destiny, dude. They've ruined that entire franchise.
Also, another qualifier for Game of the Year is that it has to be released this year.
Yeah.
So that's why they have all these other categories. Because before I did some, research in regards to Game of the Year, I had this thought in my mind: what if a game is so great and so well received that it hypothetically won Game of the Year 2 years in a row? Thankfully, that's not possible because it has to be released on that year. But this DLC in Shadow of Erdtree has really been the spiritual successor to Elden Ring. So if it wins Game of the Year, great to see another fine Atreyan in the chat. If it wins Game of the Year, then technically Elden Ring has won Game of the not 2 years in a row, because I think it came out in
2022.
So it'll be like Trump. It will have won consecutive times.
And I don't think that's right. I don't think that's a good precedent to set, because what if you have a game that's like I don't know, what if Cyberpunk, what if they decide to do another DLC for Cyberpunk and it's just as good as Phantom Liberty? Would that not qualify as a Game of the Year contender? You know, what if they do a DLC for God of War Ragnarok and they do DLC for that game? Would that not consider for Game of the Year? Black Myth Wukong, we know they have DLC coming for that game, right? I think so. No, they might. I don't remember. There might be DLC, but what if Black Myth Wukong has DLC come out? Can that not qualify for Game of the Year? Because now, see, what you're doing is you're muddying the water. What can and cannot be nominated?
Exactly.
Because if it can be a DLC could be nominated, then you're really not holding the bars on any game that decides to do like a good DLC. And yeah, what about Witcher 3's DLCs? What if they drop the Witcher 3 DLC next year?
That's why they have, they're supposed to have rules, folks. Witcher 3 is a great example of a game, a very rare example as well, of a game that's so good. I mean, one Game of the Year in 2015. It was so good as a game, it could have, if they didn't have the rules in place, won Game of the Year in 2016, especially because that was the year things started to go a bit, doolally in the games industry. So there's a reason these rules are in place, and having a DLC as a Game of the Year candidate opens up a whole can of worms. I think another thing that opens up a can of worms, Kaida, another elephant in the room, is that there's a mobile game as Game of the Year.
There's a mobile game as Game of the Year, Balatro. It's a fucking card game. Now,
how is that not a scandal?
That's crazy to me. I've never heard of this game until today. Okay. And it's a mobile card game that is nominated for Game of the Year. And I got it pulled up here on YouTube that has like gameplay of what it is and like how to play or whatever. And it just looks like a card game. Like it looks like a card game, like a cool looking card game. Like it looks like a game that you will see on Steam. Hold on. Matter of fact, Matter of fact, let me show you guys. Let me show you guys.
Don't
This
show
is
this
what-
to Atreus.
This is what it looks like.
Solitaire.
This is what the game looks like. And this is nominated for Game of the Year. Now, I'm pretty sure there's rules and things that go on with this card game that make it different from like just like regular poker or something. As you can see, this Joker card is doing something. Is that a pack?
Oh no.
Is that a pack? That's not. Don't tell me that's
If this game, I tell you this, Kaida, if this game gets year of the game of the year of the game, that would be interesting. If this game gets game of the year, folks, it showcases everything wrong in the games industry.
I mean, look. Look. I mean, it has different rules, I guess.
Yeah. 5 nominations. Just remember that.
I mean, this looks like a game I would see on Steam, and I'm like, hey, do y'all want to play this? Like, we could play this a little bit, and that's about it. But it doesn't look like a Game of the Year contender, dude. I mean, and it's a mobile game.
Yep.
We're nominating mobile games for Game of the Year.
I can't wait for I can't wait for Candy Crush to get Game of the Year. Or Angry Birds. Angry Birds got like 5 films, so surely it can get Game of the Year.
This is on Steam.
Don't quote me on the 5 films part, folks. Dear.
It's a roguelike deck builder.
Like
What?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Hold on, bro. Can I share this stream? Hold on. Can I share this?
You can share your screen. You're sharing video. I'm sure you can share your screen. But a mobile game as Game of the Year? That's criminal.
That
crazy sounds dirty.
It's only $15.
Well, so at least it's cheap. But for all we know, this could be a gambling simulator. Imagine if it did have that the monetization aspects. It would be essentially a gambling machine.
Yeah, that's wild, dude. That's wild. It got to be a damn good card game in order to be nominated.
Seen and heard, yeah. Microsoft Solitaire Game of the Year.
Its all-time peak on Steam was 37,977. Jesus Christ.
Veilguard had twice that.
I didn't know about this game until today. So, I mean, I guess that's just how it goes. But out of all these games on the list,
it's very good for a card game. But if we compare, all-time peak player base and consistent player base on, say, Steam DB, I'm gonna reach here, folks, because I don't know the numbers for Astrobot, unfortunately. But I dare say Black Myth Wukong would be the most popular of these 6.
Either or I mean, Shadow of the Erdtree was going crazy when that DLC came out. Everybody was playing it. Everybody was streaming it as well. And if you ask me, I think Shadow of the Erdtree is a better game than Black Myth Wukong. But it's Elden Ring. Elden Ring is a god tier game. So it's kind of hard.
Well, considering it's a can of worms now, we can propose hypotheticals to put the worms back in the can. Hypothetically, do you think Elden Ring, because it was released in 2022, Shadow of Erdtree is an extension of Elden Ring, so it's still part of that family. Do you think Elden Ring is worthy of being Game of the Year 2024?
I do. 100% I do. It's a fantastic. It still holds up. I replayed it, to get ready for Shadow of the Erdtree. And it is a really good game. Like, it's such a good game. There's nothing really to complain about with Elden Ring at all. Especially, like, if you play on PC, you can mod the hell out of that game, and it makes it even better. But, and it doesn't make it easier either. But it's a really good game. Astrobot, I played it on my PlayStation. Another really good game. Astrobot is fantastic. I love Astrobot. It's so good. And then Black Myth Wukong, obviously, really good game. So it's these are good games up here. But it's to me, I don't think it's just popularity that should win Game of the Year. I think the best thing that comes down to is gameplay. I think gameplay is the most important thing that makes game of the year. Like that's why Elden Ring beat God of War Ragnarok, because God of War Ragnarok has a great story, good characters, good gameplay, all that stuff. But Elden Ring was better in all those categories. So I feel like with all these games on here, if you take in gameplay, which is the most important thing for a game, it has to be either Shadow of the Erdtree or Black Myth Wukong. But at that point, it's like if this DLC wins Game of the Year, then what's the point of like, you know? And I just feel like that opens up a whole realm of things that I don't think will be good for games. Like I feel like there will be people that make really good games, but if they make a DLC for fucking Black Myth Wukong, it could be nominated for Game of the Year again. You know, it's like I think that's dumb. I think that's absolutely dumb.
Oh, absolutely.
Look at Cryptic. He said, "When did Atreus get so pale? When did he get so pale and fat? When did
Atreus doesn't invite me on New Black Street because I call him Django and I say all sorts of mean words to him. I'm much nicer to Kaider.
Your stream yesterday was fucking killing me.
It collapsed. It's like the whole thing collapsed. It was
killing me, dude. I started streaming it through Discord because I was in Discord with some of my friends. I was like, bro, can y'all please watch this? And they're like, yo, this dude is fucking racist. They're like, so why does he keep saying the things that he's saying? One of my friends like, bro, I'm about to go sub to him right now. This is hilarious. Like, this is funny. And then yes, make sure that you like the stream. We got 16 people in here. We got 23 likes on the stream. If the stream doesn't get 25 likes when we end the stream, I will show a big Shirley. So we should get the stream up to 25 likes. If you're in here and you haven't liked it, you should, you know, and if you feel like there's not enough people, you should share the stream so more people could get in here so that you don't have to look at any more rows. That's just my suggestion, you know, but if you want to see that shit, it's up to you, bro. I mean, I'm game with it. But yeah, we got these nominees and he just said disliked.
Oh no.
Wait a minute. You said 20 likes would save us earlier. No, I said 25. What are you talking about? I said 25. I clearly said 25 likes. I clearly said 25. Like, look, man, you gotta clean your ears. When you wake up in the morning, you gotta clear your ears, you gotta wash your face, brush your teeth, all that good stuff, because you know you're hearing things that aren't true. You're hearing things that aren't true. Let me see. So Game of the Year nominees. I want to see what people are saying in the comments. I'm kind of scared.
If Balatro gets Game of the Year, that's it. Talk about game over.
Yeah, here it is. See, this is my exception right here. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth has to win. From what I've seen, it's a really good game. Stellar Blade was robbed in favor of a DLC. Absolutely. Absolutely it was. Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty should have won Game of the Year last year, but it's a shame how the rules were bent this year just to include overrated Elden Ring. Okay, I disagree. Elden Ring is not overrated. You're wrong. I'm so sick and tired of FromSoft exceptionalism. I do agree with that, though. I do agree with this statement for the most part. Stellar Blade was robbed in favor of a DLC because if you played Stellar Blade, it is a Game of the Year contender. Yeah, and a fucking mobile game. I think
people are flying over Balatro because it stayed under the radar and no one. It's like hiding in plain sight. It's like that one guy in a group that no one really knows, but since he's part of the team, he must be cool. But it turns out he's a serial killer or something. That's Balatro, folks.
I mean, it's an indie game. So if this what this guy said is good. I love Balatro so much, and I want him to win in the indies, but putting him in the Game of the Year is bullshit. How to put the Elden Ring DLC as Game of the Year? Silent Hill 2 deserved the nomination. I mean, I think Stellar Blade should be nominated besides Elden Ring and a fucking mobile game as Game of the Year. It's crazy to me, bro. That's crazy.
The two I would fill in, I take out Balatro and Shadow of Erdtree. I put in Stellar Blade and Space Marine 2. Now, the reason I'd leave Helldivers 2 out, although it's a great game, the legacy of that game and Sony's interference has really reduced the quality of that game. Whereas with Space Marine 2 and how Saber handled it, because the parallels between the two games are very interesting, considering Helldivers 2, like Helldivers before it, although Helldivers was a real-time strategy game, it was inspired by Starship Troopers. Of course, Warhammer 40K and that whole universe inspired the same genre as Starship Troopers. But how Saber handled Space Marine 2 was incredible. It built on the success of the game, whereas Helldivers 2's success, basically fell through because of how it was handled. So I put Stellar Blade and Space Marine 2 in. As for what I would consider Game of the Year, it's very difficult because of all the games. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I think, is the best, but they've changed and twisted the story, which is undermining the legacy of the game itself, which to me undermines the game itself, because legacy is very important. So if I combine gameplay, financial success, how the game was handled after the fact, and the legacy of the game, I'd give it to Space Marine 2, because everything on every department I just told you, guys and gals, has gone right for that game. Plus, it's also a stronger IP than, say, ReFantazio, which also covers all the departments I just told you all. There we go. But for a DLC to be Game of the Year is a candidate for Game of the Year is insane. For a mobile game, an indie game, but a mobile game nonetheless, to be Game of the Year is also insane. But it also tells you the state of the games industry in 2024, especially if an indie game and a mobile game, because they're the same thing. If that gets Game of the Year 2024, that's it. Just rebrand it as the Keeleys, because you're getting eggs thrown at you, Jeff.
It's crazy, bro. I think that rule change is so stupid, because his point is correct. If that was the case, Cyberpunk 2077 would have won Game of the Year last year, 100%. Because Phantom Liberty, it's fantastic. It's fantastic, but it's like, bro, you adding DLCs to Game of the Year, that's not going to work out in the long run. It's just not going to work. I don't see anybody. Hold on, I got a message.
Sure, that's perfectly fine. One question I have, maybe for the chat while Kaida is responding to messages, is why aren't there more candidates? I mean, we saw with previous nominations, being 5, and in this one I think it's 6. Why not 8? Or maybe 10? Maybe the whole administrative process is the reason they contain it down. Because I could certainly add Stellar Blade to this. I could certainly add Space Marine 2 to this list, and maybe a few other games as well that I can't pluck off the top of my head that were real surprises. You never know.
Yeah, well, they could have been on there, but they put a fucking DLC on there. And well, we got a 2 in American dollars. Okay, American dollars from Phantom Wars. Bro, I hate to say it, but I'm so checked out. I understand. I understand.
The games for the games for Impact section though really struck me as well.
That.
Yeah.
We gotta go over that.
Yeah, Tales of Kanzerozao. If that wins that, I was nearly cancelled for calling that game what it was.
Hold on, we're gonna have to. I forgot all about that section.
Well, hold on, Black Man forgets about games for Impact.
Rafa Balde, you should definitely play Phantom Liberty. I played it this year. It is really good. Hey, Cyberpunk is a all-timer game. All right, it might have released buggy as all hell, but that story and that atmosphere, that is one of the most immersive games I've ever played. It's
that
so
prologue.
Good,
that prologue before you get shot in the head. Sorry for the spoilers, folks, but that prologue up past the heist and before you get shot in the head, that prologue is if that was just the game as a sort of demo, like very big demo, I'd call it the best game ever made.
It was great. That was a really good way to hook people, dude.
Yeah.
Like when I started playing Cyberpunk, I'm like, yo, this is great. Like, like just like fucking an hour in, I'm like, this is amazing, dude. And then you play more, and then all the side quests are just as good as the main quest. It's so good, bro. Cyberpunk is good, man. I love that game. But you know what game is not good? Concord or Veilguard. I am so surprised that Concord didn't get nominated for best ongoing game. What happened? What happened?
Well, imagine if Concord had Games for Impact. It caused much of an impact that it only lasted 10 days.
That would have been hilarious.
Brace for impact. The Concord is going down. And older people will get that airplane reference.
Oh my god, dude. Not Dustborn. Veilguard didn't get nominated for anything besides accessibility. And that should show you how truly awful that game is. It has all the virtue, it checks all the boxes, and all the excess media was sucking its dick before it came out, and then the game came out and everybody's like, this is crap. And now they're trying to backtrack it's actually not that good of a game. Veilguard is your friend that's too woke. Did you see that article?
Yes.
Dude, it got to the point where even the access media is like, no, we can't defend this shit, dude.
Stand by your friends, folks. Stand by your friends. Oh no.
DLC is get the fuck out of here with DLC. You're including DLC over Stellar Blade, Zelda, Silent Hill 2, etc. Make DLC its own category. Yeah, it's so stupid. I'm pretty sure everybody in here, you misspelled metaphor.
The intern is so getting fired.
Oh my god, that's the second one. That's the second misspelling.
I think it was done. I think it was because it was. Yeah, it was being done so quickly for it to be a topic of the day, folks. Sorry for not seeing that sooner. I'm trying to make a good first impression on Kaida's show.
Oh shit, I didn't even see that either. Wow, that's the second one. That's the second one. Look, I'm just here for the comments. You guys need to hire someone to check their work before posting.
DEI hire.
Elden Ring should never have been there and was only included to win Game of the Year when it's a DLC. Elden Ring will win by default. The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine should have won Game of the Year 2016. Yeah. I mean, when you that opens up that can of worms.
Yeah, it's crazy that if that, rule of you can only be a Game of the Year if you were released that year. If that didn't exist in 2015, 2016, then bare minimum Witcher 3 would have won twice in a row. Maybe 3 times in a row, because 2017 was a shaky year as well. Because I remember Game of the Year 2014, since we're mentioning Dragon Age, Inquisition romped it home with Game of the Year awards in 2014 in many, many departments, folks. And it just goes to show how far Dragon Age has fallen in 10 years.
Oh man, that's so dumb, dude. I think that's the worst. That is the worst decision that he made.
You got to screenshot all these errors, Kaida, because this Keeley bastard. Oops, sorry, I swore. This Keeley guy. Guess we're not a PG show anymore. But this Keeley guy will clearly hide all the errors, and this is the guy trying to patent or copyright or trademark or whatever it is the term Game Awards.
You know what I mean? You can't even spell words right.
Content creator. Yeah, content creator of the year, definitely Queso. That guy is the funniest creator I've ever encountered.
Queso is hilarious, dude. He is so funny, man. No, the winners aren't announced. They won't be announced till December 12th.
No.
December 12th. Okay, most anticipated games. They have Death Stranding 2 on the beach, Ghost
What
of
a title.
Yote, GTA 6, Monster Hunter Wilds, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. I am excited for Metroid Prime 4. I do want to play that. I'm gonna play it on my girl's Switch, and she can just sit there and watch. Yeah, GTA 6 obviously is gonna be the most anticipated game of next year, and Monster Hunter Wilds, we're gonna be playing that. I'm trying to see if Atreus. We might do a stream. We might stream on New Blackstreet when that game comes out. Honestly, we might do that. Honestly, we might. I'm trying to see where is the accessibility options. Where is that one? Why don't they have that on here? Where is it? Look, he doesn't have it on here.
Well, you might have to refresh it because it was done. Excuse me, relatively after the fact. So you never know.
So we got art direction. We got game direction. And look, they even spelled it wrong in game direction.
Copy and paste. Copy and paste.
Oh my god. Game of the year. Yep, it's wrong on the game of the year. Okay, where's the accessibility one? Oh, they don't even have it. Oh, you're not really accessible then, Jeff. You fucker.
It's just so crazy because I saw Jeff Keighley, and I mentioned this on Saturday Night Hypnosis. Back when E3 still existed, folks, he hosted it on behalf of YouTube a few times. And one of those times, I don't remember if it was 2016 or 2018, maybe 2017, around that time zone. He was like the main host, and his side piece host, of course, had to be a lovely lady. And it was Melanie Mack. And I'm like, God damn. Talk about how times have changed.
He used to be known as the Dorito guy because he used to stream with the Doritos and the monster and the Mountain Dew behind him when he would be on streams for games. But yeah, Ghost of Yote. Man, y'all are gonna hate that game, dude. I'm telling you, you're gonna hate that game because I really wish that I could show the shit that I've seen.
So all of these games are confirmed for release next year then?
Yeah, all of them. Yeah.
Okay.
So with GTA 6 being in this category, it's coming next year. It's coming out next year. Like it has to. There's no way that it doesn't. Monster Hunter Wilds, we know that's coming. Death Stranding 2, we know that's coming. Metroid Prime 4, now we know it's coming next year. Ghost of Yote, that probably will get delayed. It'll probably get delayed. And if it comes out next year, I'm telling you, you're gonna hate it. you're gonna hate it. Star Wars Outhouse misspelled. Wait, what? Stop.
What is this?
There was also the huge typo, Star Wars Outlaws. It was meant to read shit. Star Wars, yeah, dude. Oh my god, bro. Ghost of Yote, man. I'm telling you, dude. If what I was told is true, and they go that direction with the story, it will be 100 times worse than Assassin's Creed Shadows, bro. Because from what I was told, but not just one source, multiple sources, is that the main character's story is going to mirror that of the main actress Erika Ishii, aka the character will be gay. The character will be gay. There will be a lot of women in the game. They will do all the good men went off the war type of thing. I was also told that it's going to be multicultural, which doesn't make sense. I don't believe that one, but you never know. These people are idiots. But yeah, y'all
so depressing. It's so depressing, especially when you consider Japanese history, where they were incredibly xenophobic up until the end of America's occupation of Japan in 1952.
Y'all don't remember how racist? Yeah. Oh my god, here we go, dude. Here we go with this fucking idiot. This idiot.
Who's here? What's happening?
It's the Mighty Queef. Here we go. The grifters that said Black Myth Wukong wouldn't get nominated at the Game Awards because of some conspiracy against the game, and that Dragon Age the Veilguard would win. Everything looks stupid once again, but facts won't affect their followers' minds because of tribalism. You idiot. We've been sitting here on stream for almost an hour and a half saying how we were wrong. What do you talk? This is why I don't like Mighty Keith, bro. Because he will try to paint this narrative of things that are just not happening. Everybody had said that they won't mention Black Myth Wukong, they won't mention Stellar Blade because they typically wouldn't do that because of what they did last year with Hogwarts Legacy. They completely ignored that video game. It was the highest selling video game. It was the most popular video game. It was a good video game. We just knew they were going to nominate Dragon Age the Veilguard because it checks all the boxes, and everybody loves to suck EA's dick and all the things that happen in that video game. So we thought that would happen. So when it didn't happen, did you not see our reactions during the stream? We're like, oh, wow, I can't believe they did that. Jeff Keighley obviously listened to somebody.
Well, cause, effect, and living proof that the opposition also adapts when folks like us highlight the problem. But there's a lot wrong with this Game of the Year lineup, folks.
Yeah,
out
there's
of the
a lot
6,
wrong with it.
One is a DLC, one is also an indie mobile game. And considering Balatro got 5 nominations, something is very suspect about that. And I think that needs to be investigated, folks.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna see if it's actually a good game or not. Look, we admit we were wrong, Mighty Queef. You just changed goalposts 100%. 100%.
I call him Mighty Slave because he can't get off the plantation.
Yo, shout out to Smeg Heads. I hope I said that right. Gifting 5 memberships to the chat, man. Hey, y'all got those cool little dragon badges now. Hold on, let me see. I'm pretty sure I got something good for a celebration. Yeah, here we go.
Let's get straight to it.
That'll have to work until I find something. You know, I don't stream like that on StreamYard, so we're gonna
hands up, don't shoot.
They
look like 90s black guys from like a Family Guy skit.
That's from like 2 years ago. And he also became a YouTube member all on his own. Thank you, Smegs, bro. You're awesome. You gave Quentin a dragon. Yeah, Mighty Queef is an idiot, bro. Because hold on. See, now I got a comment.
Oh no.
Hold on, we're literally saying how we were wrong and are surprised. We admit when we are wrong. You guys paint a narrative. Did I spell that right? I think I spelled narrative wrong. No. Hold on, why is
you spelled paint wrong as well?
Look, I'm over here ending up like the intern for the Game Awards.
And people call me racist when you're clearly seeing an example.
Because of the keyboard. It's because of where I have my keyboard. You guys
blame the tools, not the person using them.
And shift goalposts. Okay, yeah, I actually spelled that wrong that time.
I think you might have. Wait. Is that how you spell? Is that how you spell goalpost? Is there an A between the O and the S? Have a check.
There's no A there. It's goalpost. Okay.
Got it. Are you sure?
Yes, goalpost.
I'm gonna.
No,
check
you're not
right
gonna.
now.
You're not gonna gaslight me like I don't know how to spell goalpost. Look, okay, so this is the tweet. We're literally saying how we were wrong and are surprised right now. Hold on, right now. We admit when we are wrong. You guys paint a narrative and shift goalposts in order to make us
America great again.
in order to make us look bad. Hold on. Also, have you played Tales of
Spear chucking
Zera yet?
So I'm just having fun. I apologize. Things usually go wrong when I have fun on a show.
Oh, this guy's stupid. Dragon Age is better than all of those games, low key.
Of course he's stupid. He's got LeBron James right there. I assume that's LeBron James.
I knew Mighty Queef was gonna say something stupid, dude. Matter of fact, chat. What we're about to do, I appreciate all y'all that's been hanging out for the last hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to keep streaming because I don't got nothing else to do. So let's
Likewise.
do it. Let's do it. Let's see. Let's go through some of these reactions because I'm pretty sure we're going to see more. All right, here we go. We got Mr. Matty Plays here. Oh, we need one more like. We need one more like on the stream. Shout out to Sergeant Garantina for telling me. We need one more like on the stream, or when we end the stream, there will be a big Shirley at the end. So share the stream, like the stream, okay? Sub to the channel if you're not subbed. If you're in here and not subbed, what are you doing, bro?
Folks, I got a special recommendation for Kaider and Atreus, a fine fellow creator, and I'm going to recommend a lovely lady to Kaider and Atreus, an actual woman this time.
Oh, an actual woman this time. Okay, all right.
Actual, not a VTuber machination, like pure womanhood, and hopefully you two can turn her into a snow bunny. But I'll leave that until the end of the show.
Okay. Now I'm interested. Okay.
No joke, no lie. This isn't me, trying to dress up a cow being abducted like an alien abduction. I did that as a topic, deadpan, for about 15 minutes while everyone was asking, is Ryan all right? But please carry on, Kaida.
All right. So we got Mr. Matty Plays. Curious what y'all think because I'm torn. I think Shadow of the Erdtree is bigger and better than most games this year. It's so big that you could argue it's a sequel, kind of, sort of. Wrong. It's fucking Elden Ring.
Why is he defending this?
Wrong. It's an expansion. It's not a DLC. It's an expansion. Okay? It is still Elden Ring. All right? At the same time, why don't DLC expansions have their own category? That is true. There's certainly no shortage of it every year. Plus, 2024 wasn't so bad a year that we needed to compromise to fit this expansion in as the 6th item on the list. I agree. There should be its own category for DLCs, expansions, and things like that. 100%. Nobody would have an issue if you had your own DLC category and Shadow of the Erdtree was put on there. You know, that would be. Look, I was Shadow of the Erdtree nominated, but Helldivers 2 isn't.
I'm convinced the Act Man is bipolar because half of his takes are like bullseye takes.
He's a fence sitter.
Yeah, and the other half of the time he's completely wrong.
Like he makes good points, and then he makes points where it's like, dude, you're obviously retarded. Like he is a legitimate fence sitter. He will sit and ride that goal until there's nothing left. He's gonna put that shit deep in him. Look, here we go.
No, it's him. It's Captain. It's General Spear Chucker, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen, we talked to Abu Bakar. He's pretty cool, but I have to let you know, your game had literally no fucking impact. I'm sorry.
That had impact for me. I had so many people coming after me. Yeah, you get reality-based Game of the Impact award. Jesus
I mean, no,
Christ.
You know why it's in the category? Because black,
exactly.
That's why it's there. But it's like nobody played your game. Your game flopped. Your studio just shut down because your game had no impact. They could have just put fucking Dustborn on that shit. They should have nominated Dustborn for the Impact Award because that game had more impact than Zao. More people heard about Dustborn than Zao. That's just how it is. I mean,
peak player base for Zao was what, a couple of hundred people?
Yeah, it's like 300 or something.
Yeah, peak player base for Dustborn was only what, 83, 87, around that figure. And I got to say, in this, yes, learning the lore makes a great point there with that post. There should be a worst game of the year as a category, like biggest bomb.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, look, Kaida's type. Ethnically beige.
Oh, man, no, I'm not even going to touch on this. One of these, only one can stay. Lizzo.
Most fuckable on. Oh, sorry, I did it again.
Lizzo. Lizzo. That's an easy That's an easy dub. Ooh, that's a lady boy. That's a lady boy.
Why do you have that on your For You
I have
section,
no
Kaida?
idea. I have no idea. You are asking the wrong person. You're
Hey, would you like to take a seat? That was a Chris Hansen reference for some reason.
Why was there no Pal World? Nobody talked about Pal World.
Well, I think there was a reason for that. I mean, considering it was released, I think fully released rather, or partially released, one of those, at the start of this year, start of 2024, and usually early projects in the early months of 2024 of every year tend to get ignored. Let's face it.
That's not true because Balatro came out in February.
Yeah, but there's a lot of suspect things about Balatro. How do you even pronounce it?
I have no idea. I hope.
Is it 2 or 3 syllables? I pronounce black with 2 syllables.
Balatro. I mean, bro, these nominations are stupid, bro. It's dumb. And it's probably because
it was Nintendo 5. Yeah. Well, there weren't many Nintendo nominations. There were a few, but not many compared to, say, other examples. But I personally believe, ladies and gentlemen, that for each category, 5 to 6 nominations, that's it. Surely there was a lot more competition, folks. Surely they could have had 8 to 10.
I didn't even notice this. The Game Awards, Kotaku, they spelled Wukong wrong.
Whacking. No, that's a different part of China.
Hold on. No way.
They might have changed it.
They changed it. Okay, they changed it. Let's go back to Vera's.
But they haven't changed metaphor, which is weird. You never know. We're in the fog of war, folks, unfortunately, which is why I'm like, yeah, just speak your mind at this point. We're getting to a point now, folks, and it's a sad state of affairs. By the end of the decade, it will be hard to determine what is true and false online. That includes not only news stories or topics of the day, that'll include whether or not someone is a real content creator. Because AI-based, algorithmic-based content creation is getting really, really good, especially if it's hidden behind an avatar. And we are getting to a point where, unless you're an established name that's been around for years and have built a community, you won't be able to tell the difference between real and fake, especially if it's behind an avatar.
Yeah. That is getting scary out here, dude. That's why if you don't have a legitimate woman in your life now, get one, because you might run into one of those Transformers pretty soon. So you need to make sure that you lock in. But she says the Game Awards, Kotaku, CAG all spelled Wukong wrong. Either the AI is going crazy or they're literally just copy pasting the TGA release.
Well, we did notice that. Yeah. We did notice that with Meta.
And look, it's still there. Look, Metafahor. Metafahor. What? And then how do you spell Black Myth Waking? What the Shadow of the Air?
No, that's a troll, Matt. That's a troll. That's a troll. That's not fucking. No, she either fell for a troll or is spreading misinformation.
Nah, dude, that's
a troll.
Real. That has to be. That's crazy. Yeah, there it is. Look. They have to be copy and pasting. Look at that. They have metaphors spelled wrong.
Shadow of the Eritrea.
Jeez. Look, they had to copy and paste because they had metaphors spelled wrong.
Bring on the real Game Awards, folks.
Hold on. Let me quote I'm gonna quote you real quick, Vera. Get some clout off of you.
Yeah, someone also copyright, trademark, or patent the Keeleys or the Keeley Awards, because that would rub salt in Mr. Keeley's face. Jesus, my God. Well, thank you all very much for currently watching. We will endeavor to keep on going and keep on growing. You spelt the wrong, Kaida, just to let you know. more
I
support.
got fast fingers, bro. That's all it is.
Well, of course you are. You're a parent. But in all seriousness, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to Kaider, Khalil Too Short. He's a very, very talented content creator who's quickly become an up-and-coming content creator. And fingers crossed, in 2025, he can become an established creator, which for me, Kaider, is between 10,000 to 100,000 subscribers.
That would be nice.
Prominent is 100K plus, legendary is 1 million plus, and up and coming is 1,000 to 10,000. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean the goal is 5,000 by the end of the year. We'll see if that works. I probably would have had it already if they didn't delay Assassin's Creed Shadows, you fucking bastards. But you know it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. But so let me see. I'm scrolling real quick because I want to make sure nothing crazy pops up on my feed.
Oh, like a tranny. Like a tranny.
No. Like some
a
big
Thai lady boy showed up. I saw it, Gaida.
Some
You
big,
like feet
beautiful
pictures
breasts.
and trannies. Damn.
No, we're not getting that started. No, never. Look.
I'll have to tell Atreus. I'll have to cut up the clip. I'll have to clip the show. Show it to Atreus.
We're happy to announce that Dragon Age of Vilgar was nominated for innovation and accessibility. Look.
Who the fuck is Mr. Reality? I gotta meet him.
Mr. Reality, dude. Holy shit. That's a good one. Oh, man. Vilgar deserves so much more. It's my game of the year, whatever anyone says. Sorry, that's just what we're doing. We're doing that live. Look, that's what I do. I love to troll. Okay, I love to troll. I'm always on Twitter trolling. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll see that's just how it is. Let me see. Let's see.
Sure.
Yeah, everybody's just saying the same thing. A DLC as game of the year is stupid. A DLC over Stellar Blade doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. We have failed as a society if a DLC wins on a list that includes Astrobot and Metaphor. I don't think that Shadow of the Erdtree is going to win. I don't think it's going to win. Well, but I don't even think it should have been nominated.
Well, exactly. Jeff, especially considering what he's trying to do with the Game Awards, try and patent it, corner the market. This should have been like safe bet Game of the Year awards, folks. Not a I'm going to break new ground and tread on people's feet, for lack of a better term. He should have played it safe, especially considering what he's trying to do to corner the Game Award market. But he's not done that because he has to juggle all these different things, and it's like juggling live grenades. He drops one, it's over for him, and I think he just might have.
My God. Mally Mouse, they are on her ass because of that video she dropped yesterday. Ooh. Did you see it?
No, I didn't, unfortunately.
So, okay.
I've seen her around. She's a very talented creator. Very feisty, too.
Yeah, very feisty. Damn. That shit almost got 4 million views on Twitter. All right, segue. We're done talking about the Game Awards. We know this stuff is stupid. All right. It's dumb. It's dumb. They can't spell. They don't really care. Dragon Age got snubbed in every category. That's so wrong. Dragon Age is the best game to come out this year. I can't believe they did that to it. That's so stupid, man. I want to touch on this real quick. Because I made a video on TikTok as well that is also getting people upset. And I didn't even say anything. All I said was, all right. So she goes on an entire rant about why.
It's also tiresome.
Yeah, it's very annoying. But she goes on this entire rant, basically saying that casting a black actress as Astrid is stupid. You know, that's basically what she said. And as you can see, that got a lot of attention yesterday. A lot of attention. That's a lot of impressions, okay? And Mally Mouse, she really does have some good takes on things that she says. So that's why, you know, I follow her. And it has nothing to do with the fact that she's a snow bunny. So we have this right here. Damn.
Ooh.
3-minute response. We're watching this live, ladies and gentlemen. If there is a lady in here, I hope there is. I think I think I'm a good looking guy. I don't know.
Hey, I scare women away.
We're going to watch this live. I want to see what she says. Hold on.
Here's some comments some retarded people made on my last post. First things first, dragons are mythological.
Yeah,
Yes.
hold on, wait. That's the cope. That's the cope that a lot of people have been saying. Oh my god, it's a movie about riding dragons, by the way. So my rebuttal is okay, Black Panther is a mythical character about Africa, and there's no mythical superhero in Africa. So I mean, what? Let's make them white. And then they go, oh no, but it's based on African culture. How to Train Your Dragon is based on Viking culture. Those are white people.
Yeah, it's an inspiration, folks. You don't mix and match. You stay true to the story. I live in a country where we have a mythical creature as the main emblem for the flag, the dragon. Wales, red dragon, got slayed by St. George, whose symbol is the English flag, part of the narrative story of the origin of England and Wales. Yes, they are mythological, but they tell a story, just like How to Train Your Dragon does. You can't just change that.
But it's the thing that they always try. That's the cope where they go, oh, it's a movie about mythical dragons, but it is based on Viking culture, and there were no black Vikings. All right, hold on. Let me take this off the screen for you ignorant ass niggas real quick.
Well, I was just gonna tell everyone. Sorry, Kaida, but Molly Mouse, or I forgot her name as soon as you took it away. She looked like Hermione Granger dressing up like Harry Potter. That's what she looked like. It's like they blend into the same person. It's like, oh, this is confusing.
She doesn't look intimidating at all. She's so tiny. But to you ignorant ass niggas, there were no black Vikings. Stop that. There weren't no black Native Americans. Stop that. Stop it, please. Okay, we wasn't everything. Please stop this stupid fixation with trying to insert yourself into everything. All right, we have an entire fucking continent, which is the biggest continent in the world, with history, lore, and stories. If you want something to latch onto, go latch onto that shit. Stop trying to take things that are other people's things and then try to make it your own because you don't have your own kind of identity. You fucking freak.
I'm sorry to tell you, Kaida, Africa is not the world's biggest continent. It's Asia.
Well, yeah, okay, that doesn't count though.
I think you just described black culture there.
Landlocked, waterlocked, because Asia is mostly landlocked.
Unfortunately, since the Suez Canal is a man-made invention, technically Africa is connected to Asia. So, see, look how I'm just poking holes on his own show, no less.
Let's listen to Mally Mouse.
Yes,
but Vikings aren't. Vikings, the people, the culture, the history, that is real. Which leads me to the next one. Bro, she's complaining about a historical accuracy in a movie with dragons. Didn't think I'd ever have to say this, but yes, because movies can contain both things that are real and are not at the same time. And in case you still need me to be specific, the dragons are not real, but the Vikings and the people that it was based off of are. This next one had me dying, and if you have any information to add to this, please do. Next up, Black Vikings are real. Yeah, about as real as transgenders. This is the answer Google gave me after about...
Based. She's reality based.
She's so feisty, dude. Holy shit. Oh, we got Honey in the chat. Dropping feed emojis.
Nasty.
Thanks, Honey. I appreciate it. Yeah, she's feisty.
5 whole seconds of research. While there is evidence that suggests Vikings may have been more diverse than previously believed, including the possibility of Viking presence in Africa, the evidence for the existence of Black Vikings is still extremely limited. We can therefore say, no, it is not likely that there were Black Vikings. Vikings lived in very, very white areas like Denmark, Scandinavia, Sweden. The only time in history that Black Vikings might have become a thing is through slave trade or assimilation through farming, marriage, combat, whatever. So, they could make Astrid black, but they'd either have to portray her as a slave or someone that traveled thousands of miles to culturally appropriate Vikings. And last but not least,
Damn.
I think that last line is interesting. I think she's trying to say that it's the black people behind those decisions. The victim mentality is strong with this one. No, I'm not blaming the actors for being black. I am, however, blaming the producers and all of the people involved in these movies for creating them. And I'm blaming all the actors and actresses who not only audition for, but accept roles that they really don't fit. And if what I just said upsets you, then you must be super supportive of the idea of a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Tiana starring in the live-action Princess and the Frog someday. And using your logic, since Princess and the Frog contains things that aren't real, like talking alligators and frogs and magic and voodoo, the whole thing can be inaccurate. It's okay. It's all fiction. I hope you finally hear how stupid you sound. And to all of the sharp tools in the shed saying, well, Astrid's voice actresses were never white. If you're seriously saying that voice actors' physical appearances should have something to do with the characters' roles that they play, then I have a few questions for you. Question number one.
Is she gonna? I really hope that she brings up Samurai Jack. I really hope that she brings up Samurai Jack.
That make this sexist and ageist? Question number 2, who are you gonna hire to be the new Garfield? Wait, I got one more for you. Who else is gonna voice the Italian plumber that was created by Japanese people, speaks English, and looks Mexican? No one cares what the person who voiced Astrid looks like. What people care about is the person who will play the live-action Astrid in the live-action How to Train Your Dragon. Only in the live action that the physical appearance has a part to play. And if the last line of my video upset you, good. What we need to do is stop allowing these studios to take creative DEI interpretations and thus steal stories and roles from other people. All I want are some good original stories. I mean, for goodness sake, Disney was being way more diverse when they weren't even trying.
Damn. I mean, there's not much else to be said. She pretty much said all of it.
How sharp, how on point, how feisty, and we need more of that. It's certainly not something I can do off the top of my head, but I think my weight literally utilizes gravity to reduce my IQ. But a fantastic video there from Mally Mouse. I keep forgetting her name. I want to call her Minnie Mouse for some reason.
She's so feisty, dude. But everything she said was correct. Everything she said was correct. That's just how it is. I mean, you can always just bring back the analogy that, oh, okay, so it's a fictional universe. None of it is real. Cool. So let's have a white Blade. And they'll be like, oh no, Blade being black is a point to his character. No, it's not. No, it's not. According to you, these are fictional things, and you shouldn't be surprised if you see somebody with a different skin color in it. But it only ever goes one way. They never mentioned that it only goes one way. Yeah, Smeghead said it in the chat. It only goes one way because they know that this is the acceptable thing, right? It's acceptable to replace white people and things because it's acceptable to be racist to white people. It just is. That's what they do. And I'm of the idea of don't be like that to anybody. Hell, if you can't replace a black person, don't replace a white person, an Asian, a Hispanic, whatever. Just don't do it. If you want something original, create something original. Nobody let the free market decide if they want it or not.
And that's the danger, Kaida. I mean, creative outlets. Those who have everything steal nothing, and those who have nothing steal everything. It doesn't just apply. It doesn't just apply to individuals. It applies, unfortunately, to groups as well, whether they're settled in a particular region or they just go from place to place or roam from town to town. So I think one of the reasons why original creative content isn't made is because historically it hasn't been made. And then you lead to all sorts of comparisons between groups, which is a minefield. But I will say, in regards to race swaps, gender swaps, that sort of thing, it just goes to show how creatively bankrupt the existing system is, because there are plenty of ways to be creative, regardless of your race, your gender, or even your intelligence and connection levels. And some people are far better mentally, others are far better physically, and there are plenty of creative outlets for that. That's why plenty of black men are great fighters and sports players, and plenty of Jews are great bankers. It's just we are suited to different things as a result of circumstance and what's built into us, like a game. Some games and some game engines are great for shooters, but aren't very good for a role-playing game. I think the Frostbite engine is a fantastic example of that. Not everything and everyone can be the same. We should accept our differences. And on some level, some of us are going to have advantages physically. Some of us are going to have advantages mentally. And we've got to try in our world to get the best out of everyone from a general perspective. Of course, there will always be exceptions, but stereotypes exists because general things and general patterns exist. It's called pattern recognition. It's called cause and effect. If you're born and bred in a very hot place and a very sunny place, guess what? Your body's gonna adapt and you're gonna turn black. Okay,
that's how it is. This is how it is. You know, but that I think that whole situation it just keeps reinforcing what everybody's been saying. You are creatively bankrupt. You don't know what you're doing. You know that your original IPs or your original ideas have no weight, and you're not creative enough to make it interesting. So you try to attach it to something else in order to seem more virtuous. Like when you make a white character black, you're not doing that for a creative decision. You're doing that to say, oh, we got a black person in it. That's boring. Okay. I mentioned a movie yesterday on Twitter called The Harder They Fall. It's a cowboy movie, and all the main characters are black. But it doesn't harbor on the fact that they're black. There's no race baiting in the movie at all where it's, oh, we're black and oh, we have to deal with this because we're black. No, it's just a revenge cowboy film and everybody happens to be black. That's fine. Nobody cares. I mean, there might be people like, oh, black cowboys, that's weird, but it's just a movie. It's not going out to say, oh, we have black cowboys. It's just showing a movie. Right. So if you want to make a movie, we have black people riding dragons and things like that. Go ahead. I'm game. Do it. If you know what you're doing, go ahead, create that. But the problem is a lot of people don't have that creativity and they can't do it. So they have to latch it onto something else. And that's why we call it out, because I don't want to see that shit, man. I don't want to see a black Astrid. I don't want to see a black Tony Stark. I don't want to see none of that shit. All right. Create your own stuff. That's
I personally think a great creative project based in sub-Saharan Africa would be between the native tribes of each region and, anthropomorphized creatures. You look at the creatures of Africa, be it big or small. And one of the reasons why Africa hasn't really developed is because the wildlife has sustained itself and has resisted efforts for civilization to grow. Even when Europeans were based in Africa, the wildlife resisted. So anthropomorphize that, humanize the animals and the insects, and create like the wildlife. Nature is the bad guy, and these Africans are the good guys. And take it to the extreme. Because I remember learning that the biggest constructions in Africa before Europeans arrived were these termite mounds. Termites are tiny little things like ants, and they can build 2-3 story buildings, like great big spires that are like 10, 20, 30 meters tall. And for something this small, lots of them, to be able to make that would be like us making a building that goes into space. So scale that up. I mean, all these tribes taking on these big, evil termite creatures, that would be cool. It's like a war-style thing.
There are a lot of different, like, lore stories in Africa. A lot of them, and a lot of them are really cool. A lot of them are really cool, where it's like, damn, I would love to see that in, like, an anime form or a live-action form. But they're not going to touch it. They're not going to touch it because they don't see it. And this is the part that a lot of people ignore. They don't see it as legitimate. Because the racism is actually showing. If it's not white, it's not legitimate to them. That's just how it is. Because if that was the case, y'all would be making more original black stories and stop swapping out black dudes with white people or white people with black dudes and stuff like that. You would keep doing original stuff instead of swapping out things that already existed. So, but that's just how that is, man. that shit's gonna rub people the wrong way.
Mhm.
Everybody is tired of it. We're in a cultural shift right now where nobody is accepting that shit anymore. It's not 2016. We're not having it, and people have we've known this for a long time, but the general audience is starting to understand that their wallet is the biggest factor in all of this. If they don't go, then it'll change. So they're starting to vote with their wallet,
Mhm.
and that's what I like to see.
Absolutely.
We've been streaming for 2 hours.
I know you're wrapping things up, but I did promise to show you a beautiful
Yes,
woman.
what is it?
Hopefully,
What is it? Let's see it.
you and Atreus can get in touch with this lovely lady, and
Let's
her
see.
name is Zia Anderson, folks. She does follow me, and you may. I am sharing my screen. Good. She does follow me. You may be surprised as to why, but she's a lovely lady based in the United States. She is a content creator.
She looks familiar.
Yeah, and she can be a bit sexual too, folks. Thankfully, it's nothing that'll do Kaida's channel in, because she does live stream on YouTube. But take a look at this lovely lady, folks. And this is something else. There we go.
You should send her stuff my way.
Yes,
we'll talk.
yes,
We'll
and
try to get
Atreus's way. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll talk to her. We'll try to get her on the stream. Well,
lovely lady.
for all of y'all in here, y'all get a sneak peek onto who's gonna be here on Friday. We have a guest on Friday. She's very well known. She's very attractive, and she's very cool, very based, as Ryan would say. And yes, seen and heard, she has feet. Her name is Moxie Dane. We're going to have Moxie on the stream this week. It's going to be great. I know y'all can't wait. It's going to be insane, man. And the like goal, we hit the like goal of not just 25 likes, but 30 likes. So you know what that means. We didn't hit 35 likes. What's up with that?
Dear.
So we have to have a big Shirley at the end of the stream. Yes, Moxie is Jess. We will have Jess, aka Moxie Dame, on the stream for New Black Street this Friday. Make sure that y'all sub over there. Make sure that y'all look good. We're trying to get the watch hours up on that stream or on that channel, because we are trying to get it monetized, because I don't have a job. Okay, that's why I'm streaming more, and that's why I'm trying to upload more. I got to make something shake. I got to make sure I got bills to pay, man. I got bills to pay. I'm grifting. I'm 100% grifting in the words of the retards on Twitter. Making content is grifting. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Yes, I don't want to misspell your name, but yes, there has to be. I'm not trying to convert you to chubby chasers. I'm not. I'm just trying to bless y'all. So here we go. And Ryan would like this because she is of the paler complexion.
Oh no.
She is of the paler complexion. We have the big Shirley at the end of the stream, as always. No name so that you weirdos don't go looking for her. You know, we're not going to be doing that. Look, check out the hip. You see the hips?
I'm so glad I have bad eyesight. I mean, that mirror might be a bit too narrow for her over the next few years.
She has a great. Hey, look, I think she has a fantastic shape.
Oh, and she's showing her feet.
And she's showing her feet. This is it's just a twofer, man. That's a real banger right there. And to end off the stream, we got Honey coming in, being a member all on her own. Thank you, Honey. Honey, actually, we got to talk about some stuff to see if we can get some stuff drawn up for the Monday stream. Because me and Atreus are going to start streaming on Monday nights. And the chat voted for the name. It's going to be Nightmare on Black Street. I don't like the name. I
came up with way worse names, though.
There was worse names, but that what the chat wants, the chat gets. So, you know, they wanted that, and that's what they got. So we're probably not going to do it today. It might be next week we start, or the week after. You know how it is with Black folk. We do it when we do it. So we'll see how it goes. We're going to try to get the picture drawn up for it and all that other stuff. And if you're out there and you like to edit stuff, you like to, make pictures, or you like to make clips and things like that, go ahead, clip our shit up. We're looking for people to do that kind of stuff, because
I didn't write down any timestamps, but I'm sure if I review this show, I could find a few to put on reality.
There's some funny stuff in here. There's always funny stuff when you're on these live streams. So yeah, go look it up, clip it up, let us know what you like. and we're gonna be having those things going on, man. I can't.
I only clip stuff that I'm in. That's the golden rule, folks. Don't clip stuff you're not fucking in. For me, that's my golden rule.
Blackstreet Boys was
Ooh,
not a great name.
The new Blackstreet Boys on the plantation. I had to do it at least once.
I like Black City. I like that one. I like
Chicago?
Black City. That was cool. That was no Detroit. Okay.
Oh.
So, I can't believe, but before we get out of here, man, I just want to thank all of you guys for coming out, hanging out with us during this stream. This was just like a little impromptu thing. I didn't think anybody was going to show up, and you guys showed up. And not only did you show up, you showed out, and you're always appreciated. So let me get my guest who decided to come in, Mr. Roger Athay.
Ryan Roger Athay. But folks, just call me either reality based or Mr. 480p because you're seeing me in 480p. I record all my videos of 480p. It reduces the time it takes to make the videos. It's been a pleasure being on your show, Kaider. I'm like the universal backup. I make up for my lack of quality by being always there. That's why I'm on Hypno Show every Saturday. I may not be that good, but I'll be there. Loyalty, hustle, and respect. To quote that guy no one can ever see.
So I say, all right, John Cena.
I know. I saw a guy who looked like a black version of him. Couldn't see him.
Yeah, he's been.
But it was a pleasure to be on, Kaider. You ever need a spot filled for a guest appearance, you know where to find me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Of course. And obviously, I already shouted out all the stuff that I shouted out. So, and if you I haven't checked my video that I uploaded earlier. Y'all should watch that. I'm going to start actually editing videos more and putting more effort into them. Instead of, and if y'all don't like the edited videos, fuck it. I'll just put out unedited videos as well. So it's all up to y'all.
You can turn. That's why I love timestamps, Kaider. You can have timestamps for every topic for your show, and then if you want to be a lazy bastard, you cut them up and turn them into videos. It's a much quicker way, especially with a nice intro and a nice outro. That's what I do. But I do it because I work smarter. I don't work hard. I'm like 2 Words of Paradises in weight. I don't work hard, folks.
Hey, that's actually, you know what? That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. But we're about to get out of here. Let me see. Let me set an intro clip. Yeah, that's the our outro clip. That'll be a cool outro clip. That's funny. But we'll see y'all next time. I'll probably be streaming fuck it, I don't know. We'll see. I'll show up when I show up, man. Hey, as always, y'all be easy. We will see you on the next one. We are out of here.
I be when you got that scrap on you. What up, y'all?
Alright, I'm gonna fuck with you.
Alright, bro.